Hey, sorry for leaving for 5 months without getting any hint whatsoever as to what's been going on behind the scenes. But yeah, as you can tell, things aren't going the best right now. PC just decided to quit on me. It's been like 2 weeks now, I think. I've had this thing for 4 months, so it makes me really mad that that happened in the first place. And from what we know, it's an internal issue. Not my fault whatsoever, which is what really gets on my nerves. So how are things going? What's gonna happen in the future? It's hard to say, honestly. I haven't just sat down and spoken for a while. I'm sorry if my mic doesn't sound the best. I didn't really take the proper precautions to make sure it didn't sound like crap, because I'm really not trying to deal with that right now. It's a miracle if I can even get this uploaded. Because when I say the PC's broke, it's like half broken. Almost, well, not almost everything, but for the most part, most everything doesn't work. Some things will, some things won't. But almost anything that requires Wi-Fi is just not gonna work. Except for like Clipchamp. Weirdly enough, I don't know why that is. That's just how it is, so I don't know. There's a small chance I can work on a few more things with Todd Talks with how it's going right now, but it makes things a whole lot harder to do so, which is not really something I want. And so it's really hard to deal with. I have no idea if we can get it fixed, and if we don't, when it's getting replaced. But yeah, it really sucks right now. It really does. I definitely still want to keep working on Todd Talks. Thing is, you would think 5 months, it only stopped working like 2 weeks ago, that I would have a lot more done, but not really. I've kept more up with like Excellent Gaming, Remy, which is something you should definitely go check out. I feel like I've gotten a lot better with my editing work over there, and I've had a lot of fun with it. But yeah, I've not really worked on Todd Talks a whole lot at all in this 5-month span. I've had ideas that I got to work on and then immediately scrapped because I wasn't happy with them. And that's been my whole thing. Believe it or not, I've been pretty busy these past months. Things have been kind of chaotic. I'm just trying to sort things together and figure out a few things in general. Like, I'm doing fine for the most part, I would say. But that's the thing, I'm not trying to overwork myself right now with things, especially when I know, like, in order for things to look good, it fully depends on me to do so. And, that it can be overwhelming at times. It really can. Ultimately, the Maybe Man Got Me Like has hit 500 views, just like yesterday or the day before, I don't know. And that was, it felt cool to see that I got a video halfway to 1,000 views. But also, when I first made that, I liked it a decent bit. I thought it was fairly good, but as, the months went on, the weeks, everything in general, I'm not the happiest with it anymore, especially the beginning sector of it. Like, I think it definitely got better as it went on, just because how much I kept putting that project off in particular. And so I kind of just kept randomly improving with my skills over time, so it got caught in this weird limbo where it's like one part of it was pretty bad and then the other part was like fairly decent, just because I had 2 official Todd Talks videos out before that, and that's barely anything. And they were not in that format whatsoever. They were like this, sitting in front of a mic talking, which I did get a new mic, which is really beneficial for the channel when I can actually get things going again. I'm happy about that. I had my bro tell me, because I was saving up for a mic, and he said, hey, I got this mic, it's good, you should get it too. And I was like, alright, I'll get it, and I did. And so it was a good recommendation. Thanks for that. If you're watching this, I'm assuming you are. But also, go check out his channel, please. He's got some really good stuff over there. You know, beginner YouTuber as well. And it's like, for being a beginner, he's been doing really well. And I'm happy to see that. His thumbnails have been flawless, too. I've really liked all of them. And in some aspects, I would even say they're, like, above mine. So, good job on that, man. Please keep the work up. I really want to turn this channel into something. I've had so many good ideas for it. I've done a lot of brainstorming for it. I've been figuring out what I really want this channel to be. You know, I don't want it to just be guy sits in front of mic and puts funny cartoon images of character on screen. I want to do a little more than that. I know that's just like the general like YouTube animatic creator. Like that's all it is in some aspects. So it's more of a feeling of I want to take that format and transform it more. Not in a way where I think like no one else has done. I'm not sure I could do that where I'm at right now. I'm not aiming that high, but more transformative in my own sense of doing things. Just making sure it's the quality I want, because I found myself with like some of my scrap projects and whatnot. If I still have the files for them, I'm not sure if I do, especially with this, you know, broken PC, as in the title. I know I've been rambling, but what else are you gonna do, you know? But like, maybe if I still have some of the files, I could like show them on screen or something. I don't know if I have them. If I do, you're probably seeing it right now. If I don't, you're not. I don't remember how much of it I had in the first place. I don't know how much I got done. I don't know if I want to give too much away on what I'm working right now. I guess the most I can say is expect it to be more of what you got out of the last video than my other two ones. That's really all I'm gonna say. Like, it kind of gives off the factor, okay, it must be like musically related in some way again. But thing is, I'm not gonna spoil anything more than that. But what I will say is I am really happy with how it's been turning out. I've gotten a whole lot better at drawing Todd. I'm a lot more consistent with him now, which that's something that's bugged me for a long time, is that, you know, with Todd being the main channel mascot, I still have a hard time drawing him consistently, which is really bad, because like, this is the guy I gotta draw over and over and over again, and if I can't keep that consistent, then it's just gonna turn out a big mess, and that's not something I want. So yeah, I'm glad I'm improving on that. And even though they're still technically animatics, there is more of a sense of animation in this one, and I really like how the scenery has turned out and whatnot. I'm just enjoying it a lot in general. I'm gonna be happy to get it out when I can. Don't know when that's gonna be. And it's not gonna be the longest either. It's a shorter video. But like, that's just how things are for the channel right now. Like, it's hard to do more than that at the moment. In general, I really want this channel to become something. 36 subs, most would say, is really nothing. But it's just interesting to me how I was able to get here that quickly. Like, it seems unnatural. Like, I know, obviously, lil old me, I have some, like, family and whatnot sub to me. That's just a natural thing, you know. But, yeah, most of my subs are just, like, random people who saw my stuff and was like, hey, this is cool. And that's cool to me. Thing is, this channel has clearly shown success in the aspect of not shorts wise. I don't want to be a shorts YouTuber anyway, so I don't really care if I upload a short and it fails, like flops hard. But long form wise, it seems like success has kind of shown with at least 1 or 2 subs each video, not including the update video. And that just gets my brain going. Like, I'm probably sitting on like some kind of gold mine here in a way, especially because I saw the impressions on my last video. It took me a while to actually look at them, but YouTube was actually pushing it out pretty hard. And I was like, okay, that gives me something to stand on, But sadly, it must have just not been enough motivation for me or something to continue working on it, because as previously stated, not much has gotten done since. A lot more ideas have sprung up that I think I might use at some point, which is good. It's always good to have like a steady flow of ideas you may or may not do in the future. But also part of the reason Todd Talks hasn't been worked on so much is that I've been practicing my art skills in general. Todd Talks, I think I'm gonna keep it fairly simplistic in its style just because that's how I like it. I think it looks neat. It's not just a feeling of laziness, I promise, and you can especially tell that with my new video. I'm not just doing black background, funny white line character, dance around, interact with a few things. I am doing more than that, so it's not because I want to be lazy with it and I don't want to have to put that much effort. I just really like the style of the channel right now, and I would like to keep it that way. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I know I'm rambling, but I'm kind of bored anyways. I wanted to get something out. So yeah, I've come a long journey with my art in general, my life in general. So much has changed in a singular year. A lot of things have happened. A lot of things have gone by. I've learned to deal with things a lot better too. And I feel like I've had a little more control over things as of lately, which is good. That's something I always want to do. And that's the thing, I think I ultimately just kind of left Todd Talks in the dust until I was actually able to get a clean mindset to just be able to sit down and work on it. But like when things are just kind of chaotic in my mind and things are going cuckoo bananas, it makes it hard to just sit down and work on it, especially when a lot of creative flow is involved. But yeah, it's just hard to sit down and work on when a lot of creative flow is involved. Because you get really wrapped up in yourself. And the thing is, I noticed this in a Daniel Thrasher skit. Please go watch that. It was pretty dang funny. But yeah, it's just hard for people to take a compliment. And a lot of the time when something ends up really good, especially with more of the traditional art I've worked on off of the channel, it just feels like, hey, that thing looks super good, but it was an accident. It's not me. Like, that didn't come from me. That was pure accident, and it's not really a good mindset to have. You need to accept that sometimes you can't actually make something kind of cool on purpose. I know, crazy, right? But yeah, I think that's really all I have to say for now. Can't think of anything else I wanted to really get off my mind. So, yeah, just thanks for coming around. Hope to get things working soon. I don't know if I can fix this or not. But yeah, see ya.